HVRL Truck Series, the fight's begun. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Tires grip hard, dirt flies wide. Chasing glory, chasing pride. Lights flash bright as we collide. Roads ain't kind, but we're tougher. Push harder, break another buffer. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Fuel burns hot, hearts burn higher. Metal meets the fire. Every turn's a new desire. Roaring steel under the sun. Dust clouds rising where we run. HVRL Truck Series, the fight's begun. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Tires grip hard, dirt flies wide. Chasing glory, chasing pride. Lights flash bright as we collide. Roads ain't kind, but we're tougher. Push harder, break another buffer. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Fuel burns hot, hearts burn higher. Metal meets the fire. Every turn's a new desire. Roaring steel under the sun. Dust clouds rising where we run. HVRL Truck Series, the fight's begun. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Tires grip hard, dirt flies wide. Chasing glory, chasing pride. Lights flash bright as we collide. Roads ain't kind, but we're tougher. Push harder, break another buffer. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Fuel burns hot, hearts burn higher. Metal meets the fire. Every turn's a new desire. Roaring steel under the sun. Dust clouds rising where we run. HVRL Truck Series, the fight's begun. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Tires grip hard, dirt flies wide. Chasing glory, chasing pride. Lights flash bright as we collide. Roads ain't kind, but we're tougher. Push harder, break another buffer. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Fuel burns hot, hearts burn higher. Metal meets the fire. Every turn's a new desire. Roaring steel under the sun. Dust clouds rising where we run. HVRL Truck Series, the fight's begun. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Tires grip hard, dirt flies wide. Chasing glory, chasing pride. Lights flash bright as we collide. Roads ain't kind, but we're tougher. Push harder, break another buffer. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Fuel burns hot, hearts burn higher. Metal meets the fire. Every turn's a new desire. Roaring steel under the sun. Dust clouds rising where we run. HVRL Truck Series, the fight's begun. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Tires grip hard, dirt flies wide. Chasing glory, chasing pride. Lights flash bright as we collide. Roads ain't kind, but we're tougher. Push harder, break another buffer. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Fuel burns hot, hearts burn higher. Metal meets the fire. Every turn's a new desire. Roaring steel under the sun. Dust clouds rising where we run. HVRL Truck Series, the fight's begun. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Tires grip hard, dirt flies wide. Chasing glory, chasing pride. Lights flash bright as we collide. Roads ain't kind, but we're tougher. Push harder, break another buffer. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Fuel burns hot, hearts burn higher. Metal meets the fire. Every turn's a new desire. HVRL Truck Series, the fight's begun. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Tires grip hard, dirt flies wide. Chasing glory, chasing pride. Lights flash bright as we collide. Roads ain't kind, but we're tougher. Push harder, break another buffer. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Fuel burns hot, hearts burn higher. Metal meets the fire. Every turn's a new desire. Roaring steel under the sun. Dust clouds rising where we run. HVRL Truck Series, the fight's begun. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Tires grip hard, dirt flies wide. Chasing glory, chasing pride. Lights flash bright as we collide. Roads ain't kind, but we're tougher. Push harder, break another buffer. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Fuel burns hot, hearts burn higher. Metal meets the fire. Every turn's a new desire. Roaring steel under the sun. Dust clouds rising where we run. HVRL Truck Series, the fight's begun. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Tires grip hard, dirt flies wide. Chasing glory, chasing pride. Lights flash bright as we collide. Roads ain't kind, but we're tougher. Push harder, break another buffer. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Fuel burns hot, hearts burn higher. Metal meets the fire. Every turn's a new desire. Lights flash bright as we collide. Roads ain't kind, but we're tougher. Push harder, break another buffer. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Fuel burns hot, hearts burn higher. Metal meets the fire. Every turn's a new desire. Roaring steel under the sun. Dust clouds rising where we run. HVRL Truck Series, the fight's begun. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Tires grip hard, dirt flies wide. Chasing glory, chasing pride.
Welcome in everybody to our HVRL Craftsman Truck Series. I'm Sean Happick. Bryce Tucker is off another weekend. Joined with me is Mr. Jace Keller, our voice of our Xfinity series. How you doing today, Jace?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh, doing good. Doing good. I'm excited to see this, our first round of our championship series, or our championship round of 4 here. Our first race of it out of 3. I'm excited to see how this plays out. Who's going to get the leg up at the end of this race?
I mean, I'm also very excited. I mean, we got Noah Tills, Chris Romano, Travis George, and Mr. Everly into the championship 4. All super fast guys. Excited to see these guys run side by side and see who can conquer Nashville Superspeedway tonight.
Have you ever been on this track?
I have been on this track in both the trucks and the ARCA car. I think this was the only track that I've had a pole at. In the ARCA car, in the trucks, not so good. I'm okay with it, I guess. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either.
I love this track. Always a fan of it. That's good. Let's see. Who do you say we have in our top 4? Noah Tills, Travis George, and
Daniel Everly. All right.
Mr. Daniel Everly, you're here to boost this.
I'm feeling pretty good once I got my technical difficulties squared away and actually out on track. Been feeling pretty comfy right now.
Always gotta love the difficulties that iRacing loves to throw out at us. Winner of 2 straight here in the trucks. Got you won your way into the championship 4. How you feel tonight's gonna go for you?
I'm shooting for 3. So,
That's always good.
yeah, of course. 3 is better than 2, but then 4 is also an even number, you know? Anyway, I mean, right now the track's feeling pretty good. It's not really a super complicated line. You just kind of drag the brake until you reach the yellow there and kind of roll it around. I think passing is going to be a little difficult. Nashville seems to be kind of a like a one group kind of track. So I'm not sure how many people are going to be able to get that high line working at all. But right now I'm feeling pretty good.
All 3 tracks. I mean, we are at night. These tracks are notorious for kind of heating up those tires, so it'll be real smooth
No, for sure. Definitely learn from Dover how badly those tires can get munched up on concrete. So I've been trying to work on that the past few months, and it seems to be going pretty well, I'd say.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you. And I'm gonna try to introduce
Volunteer with Rebel. Yeah.
Yeah, good luck.
Travis George, right?
Yes, sir. He is one of them.
Hey, Travis George. Up here with Sean Chase. How you doing?
Good, man. How about you guys?
Oh, good, good. Just want to talk to these Final Four that are in the championship.
I feel pretty good. I put a bunch of laps in practicing, so just got to try and get in the rhythm. Hopefully, we can get some green flag runs and have a decent race.
How important is it to you to start this race off of the championship tour? There's only 3 races. How important is it to get started well here, or do you think you come back from a very bad performance?
I think it's pretty important to have a good run tonight with the road course coming up next, because you never know what can happen there. Yeah.
Well, yep, just making our way through. Top 4 guys.
Yeah, thank you.
He currently has the fastest time in practice right now with a 30.4.
All right, who you want next?
Well, we've already got Daniel Everly and Travis George. Let's go. Let's see. Let's go Chris Romano. Let's see if I can find him.
Down to Revolution.
Yeah, see. There we go. I found it. Let's see. Chris Romano, this is Jason Shawn in the booth, man. How are you feeling tonight?
Feeling pretty good. How you guys doing?
Doing good, man. How's the track feeling? Yeah, you got the 3rd fastest time currently. What are you thinking?
I ran here probably once in officials. It's a fun track. It's just a little different. It's like it's a big track, but I feel like it like runs like a short track in a way. Not a brake you're using, not a lot of banking, so it's gonna be pretty fun. I heard I think it was Everly talking about passing. I agree with him. It's gonna be hard to pass here, I think. So I think qualifying is gonna be pretty important.
I agree with you. So you're saying you got the broadcast pulled up while you're racing?
Oh yeah, yeah, you got to. You know, maybe some intel. You never know.
So we can't. So you're saying no trash talk about Christopher Romano tonight?
Oh, you can trash
Wow.
talk me all you want.
Yeah, man. I mean that.
All right. Deal.
Yeah, I mean all 4 of you guys are going for the win tonight. How important would it be to you to get the first win out?
Oh, I think that'd be great. I think if you could start good, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, I think it just takes a lot of pressure off of you. Just you know, if you start off bad for these 3 races, then you're going to definitely be feeling like you got to really do good the next 2 races. So definitely, I mean, a win would be great. 2nd would be great. Top 5 would be great. Be happy with top 10. but I mean, winning for sure. That'd be awesome. So definitely the plan, hopefully.
I mean, good news for everybody so far is I don't see no kills in here.
Oh, I saw that too. I'm waiting for. I think last week he did the same thing. He showed up a little late, and then like a sort of. I said like a little. Yeah, I said a little like. Damn it, you know. But nah, I'm sure he'll be here.
All right. Well, good luck to you as we're going to get ready to watch the qualifying, man.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
Yep.
Chris, before you go, what team are you a part of again?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, sorry, Revolution Racing.
All right, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Well,
Hey,
there's only
get
one
get
left,
over
but
the
he isn't
Kongs.
here.
Yeah, just get over the Kongs and let them know if they have a penalty. Make sure you don't qualify. But anybody on the
Okay.
IPL can qualify tonight. We're not going to do the
Okay.
IPL the rest of the season. But anybody with a penalty or carryovers don't qualify. Still do
That
not
ought to
see
show him.
our points leader Noah Till. Is going to be very interesting. I don't even see him with a provisional either.
I don't either. That is going to be tough on his playoff chances here.
Definitely is. Right now we're on board with Danny Gross. Watching him go around here. I love this track. I'll tell you what. I learned slower is faster. Slow entry is very beneficial on this track to save tires and really help you here.
Absolutely. I'm not good at figuring that out until the very, very end of it. So better these guys than me. But I tell you what, though, I do love his Celsius truck. That is looking good.
Oh, Danny's?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Danny always puts together some pretty decent trucks there. Up to the pole for him. We'll check in on Brad Dorr up to the top right now. Let's check in on Randy Post there in 54. Change it up a little bit here. Looks like we had about 30 signed in. There we go. Daniel Everly on his second lap, which is going to be a second lap hot lap, is up front there. Travis George is up front. There's Mono, P2 there.
AT up in the fourth.
Yeah, that might have been KT's first lap, so he might be pushing the second lap here. Improve there. As he does improve, he goes from fourth to outside pole there. Got Thad Miller running around for his second lap here. Should improve on his seventh place finish here. Bob Grady coming out here on the track. He's always quick. He has been known
He's
to
a
put it
sneaky
on
one.
pole. Yeah, I know. He'll he'll come up in there and put that on pole for sure.
Sneaky one.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, absolutely will. Didn't y'all give him a nickname? What was Mr. Grady's nickname for him, y'all? Oh, absolutely will. Didn't y'all give him a nickname? What was Mr. Grady's nickname? Deuces.
Oh, Mr. Deuce always coming
Didn't
in
y'all give
second.
him a nickname? What was Mr. Grady's nickname? Deuces. Well, I'm glad I'm not qualifying so they can't see mine. But I know. I see it. It's there. Well, I'm glad I'm not qualifying so they can't see mine. But I know. I see it. It's there.
Bobby Grady here
Glad I'm
coming
not
around.
qualifying
I believe.
so they can't see mine.
Just looking at some
But I know.
levels there. Oh, he didn't get to put the lap down quite yet. There we go. His first time lap. It's in P15. He's really going to push it here on this hot lap. There we go. His first time lap. It's in P15. He's really going to push it here on this hot lap. See if we can improve on there. I'm sure he doesn't want to start where he's got already, really pushing it out of corner four there. He's going to cut it low, try to save as much time as he can, and he's across. He does. Move up into P5. Cut it low, try to save as much time as he can.
Good start for Bobby Grady.
He does. Move up into P5. They're keying fries out there right now.
Good start for Bobby Grady.
Key and Pride jumped all the way up into P6 there. Key and Pride jumped all the way up into P6 there. It looks like that is going to be all of them there. About 20 seconds left of qualifying. We will take a break, as always, do our driver's meeting, and come back when we are ready to do the starting lineup.
Roaring steel under the sun. Dust clouds rising where we run. HVRL Truck Series, the fight's begun. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Tires grip hard, dirt flies wide. Chasing glory, chasing pride. Lights flash bright as we collide. Roads ain't kind, but we're tougher. Push harder, break another buffer. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Fuel burns hot, hearts burn higher. Metal meets the fire. Every turn's a new desire. Roaring steel under the sun. Dust clouds rising where we run. HVRL Truck Series, the fight's begun. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Tires grip hard, dirt flies wide. Chasing glory, chasing pride. Lights flash bright as we collide. Roads ain't kind, but we're tougher. Push harder, break another buffer. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Fuel burns hot, hearts burn higher. Metal meets the fire. Every turn's a new desire. Roaring steel under the sun. Dust clouds rising where we run. HVRL Truck Series, the fight's begun. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Tires grip hard, dirt flies wide. Chasing glory, chasing pride. Lights flash bright as we collide. Roads ain't kind, but we're tougher. Push harder, break another buffer. The best of the best, we don't stop. HVRL Truck Series, aiming for the top. Engine screaming, never gonna drop. Fuel burns hot, hearts burn higher. Metal meets the fire. Every turn's a new desire.
welcome back everybody to our start lineup here. As you can see, congratulations Travis George on our pole here. Definitely very well needed here. One of our championship drivers, one of our championship 4, Travis George, starting P1 here at Nashville Superspeedway. Another one of our championship 4 playoff drivers, Chris Romano, starting here on the outside. This should be a great battle. KT McCann starting P3, and Daniel Everly, another championship 4 drivers here. 3 out of the 4 are in the top 4, and it looks like Noah Tills, our regular season champion, is not going to make the race this evening. It's a shame for him. But P5 there, Bobby Grady. P6, Kean Fry. P7, Brad Dorr. And P8 is James Tate. Kildee's in 9th. Thad Miller in 10th. Forrest Martin in 11th. Anthony Hall in 12th. Quinn McLean in 13th. Andre Carvalho in 14th. And Randy Post in 15th.
We've got Bailey Walker in 16th. Josh Revel in 17th. Danny Gross starting 18th. Chris Weiniger in 19th. Gregory Vadnais in 20th. Nick DeTraglia in 21st. Corey Moore is going to be starting 22nd. Reno Connor 23rd. And James Edward 24th.
Alright, that will round out our field. We had 30 signed up, a couple didn't show up, plus old Helen Keller got into the series there. So I think 24 drivers in all, 18th race of the season. So not too bad. Let's look at some of the races though tonight. 71 degrees, 65% humidity, clear skies, even though everybody can see it's at night. 6-mile-an-hour wind. Here on this 1.3 mile track, we'll have 120 laps today, 3 sets of extra tires over the wall. Stages are going to be when the leader crosses 36 and 72, one factory pair as always. I think we are good to cut these guys loose.
Now over here on the Craftsman Truck Series side of the broadcast, do you guys pick a driver to win it for tonight, or?
You know, it's almost too impossible in this truck series because we've had so many different winners, and it is pretty hard. I mean, if I had to pick, I'm gonna have to go with Travis George, or I don't know, any of these championship guys. Really, it's hard to tell. Everly has won 2 straight. You can't rule him out. And then Travis George, starting pole here, had fastest time in practice too. Those would have to be my picks.
I think that's fair. I'm gonna be biased and pick my co-host Chris Romano, and I think Daniel Everly is gonna also be my second pick. The only way I've ever seen him win, at least in the Xfinity series, is when he spins out on lap 1. So let's hope that doesn't happen. But he still gets a good chance at winning tonight.
You have someone like Bobby Grady, you have Chris Weiniger that starts with a EOL. You have Kean Fry up there, Danny Gross. There's so many drivers here as we get ready to go green for race 18 here in season 4. First race of our championship 4.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag here. Lead us off. Lisa Chubb, Chris Romano apparently has not been ready on the starts and restarts.
Travis George immediately jumps to the front of the pack here as he dives down in front of KT. There's 3 wide coming out of 4.
Volume's turned up just a little bit for everybody.
Travis George and Romano, they put quite the lead on those other guys. KT leading that.
Yeah, this is a track that people find like you can really separate yourself here, but also
Something happened to Forrest Martin. I guess he had a drive-through. Said he ain't. Not quite sure. He went from 11th to 24th. As he'll come back.
for the lead. Looking forward to Martin. I mean, oh, sorry, that was Forrest Martin. Hey, maybe he learned something running up front with the lead.
He'll come back. He's always he's fairly he's a very consistent driver. So I think after this stage he'll be back up in the mix. As Romano's trying to run down Travis George, trying to cut into that lead a little bit.
Well, you know, even these stage points. I mean, you only have 3 races, and everything gets they're all in the same place. There are no playoff points. You don't get a bonus. So even stage points, where you know, where you finish, it's very, very important where you finish. But those stage points are like 12 to 15% of your total points. So get a good stage point.
Absolutely. I'm back here looking towards the middle of the pack near Josh Revel and Andre. These guys are really close together, tight racing.
Jump on the roof team there with Andre. These guys are pretty clean. I am curious to see. Now, you say if they can get 30. I think you said, right?
Yes.
36 for our first stage. So, can they save? If there's a caution, are these guys going to come in? Are they going to try to save? Three wide.
Quite a few laps to save, I think.
Yeah, that's 6. Track. And you know, it's hits always.
They will sneak out and get you.
Drivers, yeah.
I have been on the receiving end of that, and that is no fun.
I think we all have.
I have been on the receiving end of that.
I think we all have. 18th position.
Absolutely. It's real close racing there. I'm watching Thad Miller and Josh Revel battle it out. Josh is looking to the inside of Thad Miller. Weiniger is off track.
Look like that. Oh, yes, he is. He is.
Quite a bit of damage onto that truck.
Oh, wow. We will see what happens here. Can't tell that him and Nick Traglia got into it a little bit there. We find a good chase, far chase here. Find out what happened.
It looks like
It's kind of both, to be honest with you, because Nick is coming up.
Nick's coming up, and
Yeah,
Chris is slightly coming down, and
yeah. And then middle there, and Chris does get. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good damage. Yep, he definitely has some real damage there. He's going to limp that thing around.
he's back out on track. Looks like he uses fast repair. And he is. The leader's
Good thing for him.
coming up on him, but not super quick.
Good thing for him is hopefully he did take some fuel. Therefore, he will not have to stop. He might be able to get one of his laps back. He is currently one down right now. If they hit out,
That would be good for him. I think Chris, he usually makes really smart decisions as far as trying to gain some stage points in pit strategy. So I'm willing to bet he absolutely took gas, and he's gonna just kind of hang out and put some laps down and gain one of those laps back on a green flag pit stop, hopefully.
well, I know Travis and Chris are about 3 to 3.5 seconds up. Everly, these two guys have checked out.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been watching the distance between them, and it's not changed a whole bunch. Not even a tenth, maybe half a tenth every corner or so.
The top 6 have run about the same lap. Almost exactly the same last lap time. Also, they're about a little over a half a second off their best time. Which
Absolutely
isn't
is
horrible
not.
after 15 laps.
No, not at all. We're watching Bobby Grady, Daniel Everly, and Brad Doer get around Forrest Martin there.
Unfortunately, with Forrest Martin, he's 2 laps down to Chris at 1, so he's not able to get a lap back.
Chris manages to save a little bit of fuel and make stage while these other guys are pushing, and gets it naturally.
I'm wearing through everybody that's trying to stay here. But save 6 laps and 36 laps. On a track like this that you have to trail brake anyway going in the corner, maybe it is something you can clutch and do, but I think most of these guys are just going to race and go at it. We'll probably have a little bit more down there before Brad Door.
Absolutely is. Chris Romano is almost on the back bumper of Travis George. He's running a little bit higher line than he is. It's been a while since I've raced here. What does the tire wear feel like?
It's really not bad about hanging the bottom because you're kind of slowing up quite a bit going in the corner for that exit speed. It's just your lap times are just slower, but I wouldn't say your truck feels any more loose or anything like that. You're just slower.
That's what I was curious to see. I was not noticing really anybody getting loose upon exit, and everybody's keeping the truck under him pretty well. As Bobby Grady's going to look to the outside. He's going to fall right behind Daniel Everly. Going to maybe try and make a move on Daniel Everly here pretty soon. As we've got some guys already pitting. Randy Post goes in. Kean Fry calls it out. Detraglia calls out.
I think I would work it out for all it's worth. Those cautions come out after I pit too many times for me.
Yeah, I know that feeling also. So I'm gonna run the tank till empty,
Or at least close
especially if
to
I'm
it.
somewhere in the back towards getting close to the 20s. I'm gonna stay out, gain a few positions, and probably splash and go it to try and gain a few for the stage.
And it looks like you do go a lap down. Say almost a lap and a half. It looks like because Travis already passed KT. Kind of a long hit exit. And don't get on it for the backstretch there. But it's kind of a sharper one. You really can't get on it full speed, I don't think here. But yeah, I think I would go a little bit more. Unless you were KT or some of those guys that pit, maybe he was in a group that he felt like was going to wreck or that he felt like was slowing him up. But then maybe it is a good call to pit a little bit early.
Yeah, I mean, and then of course the guys that are running with the team too. A lot of these guys have different pit strategy that they feel like is going to work for them in the end. So, I mean, somebody like KT or Christopher Romano, I know Romano's waiting on KT to pit.
Everly has started to catch up a little bit. Now it's only 3.2, not 3.5 and 6 of what it was. And it looks like, Everly has the quickest last lap. They're running P3. But we do know Travis George normally does very well entering and exiting his pits. So there's a lot of room, a lot of time to be gained and lost on these pit roads. And very key to practices and practice at least 2 or 3 times going in your pits during practice because it can really save you a lot of time.
Absolutely, and if the top 14 are the only guys that didn't pit, and they go in, maybe it's too early of a call, but it looks like Bobby Grady will be leading that second group.
Yeah,
That's got quite the gap on KT McCann.
you are right. Yeah, we will see if that short pin will pay off. A lot of times it does. So, but everything's getting pretty good, spread out. As long as the bad isn't happier, I'm not even saying it.
You already brought it up. You already brought it up. You're
Oh.
don't call out a name.
Travis George pit there. He did pit. Our leader is in. We should see Romano, Everly, Dor, all these guys look like the top 14 have a pit. So there we are, our new leader. Get some bonus points for him, Chris Romano.
Gonna need all the points he can get if he's gonna just sit back there. I know he hears me.
He's
As the
listening.
44 goes
There
in.
he is. There he is. He's going in pretty hot. Hopefully we can get that woe down. Got him locked up. Or at least-
Daniel Everly is gonna get some
Okay.
points for leading a lap.
There he goes. All right. Looks like all of our championship 4 drivers, well, the 3 out of the 4 that are here, have at least led a lap tonight.
Daniel Everly just calls out. He is gonna pit this time.
So it looks like race laps are going to be about 28, 29. I think Everly went in a little bit safer than Romano there. Dad is coming in. Corey's coming in. Gregory is. Ooh, sideways for Nick there. Was able to keep it off the wall. Literally Travis George might be. Oh, see, I was Nick Craig. It looks like Gregory is gonna lead a lap here. Good job, Craig. So we can see our pit strategy up. Who is pit? Who has it there? Travis
Gonna-
George currently in second, 18 seconds down of Greg here. All these guys are coming back out. It is all cycling now.
Not heard Gregory call out a pit yet, so Never mind. There it is, right there. I was gonna say, I don't think he could save that much, but maybe I'm wrong.
Now we will get to see how much time they made up here. Any of those short pitters. Coming around, he will take the lead. Looks like he's gonna have about 4 seconds on Romano and 5 seconds on Everly.
Quite the lead for Travis George. Yep, 3.6 seconds on Romano. We've pretty much got our same top 4 guys that are qualified that way.
Yeah, I think Bobby may have made up a little bit of time in that whole thing though. Because he was at least in some sort of striking distance with Everly there. About a second and a half back. Battle for second is pretty close and Everly, maybe top 3 championship drivers. So I guess there is no doubt who deserved to be in the championship for, right?
I guess not, but I mean, we got 3 laps to go until stage, and it looks like Daniel Everly might be making up a little bit of ground on Christopher Romano.
If you could announce that pits are closed, please, to those guys.
Absolutely, I will.
Travis George was almost a 4-second lead here. Who is... Alright, and we have Chris. He is 26 seconds back, so he was able to get field, and now he will be back on the lead lap.
Which is good for Forrest Martin. He will get a lap back, although he is 2 laps down. 1 lap back is always good.
Well, at least he knows that if somebody doesn't go a lap down, he can get it at the next stage or at the next caution. So,
Absolutely.
here we go, Travis George, winner of stage 1, definitely going to get those needed points.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Great job by those guys. Caution free. 24 guys in here and caution free. As always, these truck guys do a great job there.
Oh yeah, between the truck guys and the Xfinity guys, they all race each other very clean and give each other space, and makes it very enjoyable for us to watch.
But Travis George, winner of stage 1 there. P2, Chris Romano, Daniel Everly in 3rd. Bobby's looking for a good show. Come up that best of the rest. KT McCann in 5th. Brandon Hall 6th. Ethan Hall 7th. Ian Fry 8th. James Tate in 9th. And Josh Brother in 10th.
We got quite a few big movers tonight. Gregory Vadney is up 5. Josh Rebel is up 7. Anthony Hall is up all 5 also. Corey Moore is our biggest. He is up 11 spots from where he qualified.
Yeah, and other than Forrest Martin with that drive-through, for some reason, must have some technical issues. Other than him, I would say Quinn McLean is down 9 is our biggest loser so far.
I wasn't going to go there, but you brought it up.
It's okay. Watch this guy go in for full tank of Sunoco race fuel there, and probably 4 fresh new Goodyears here. It's also a good time for these guys to really check their tires, although they probably did during the pit stop. They kind of know where their tires is. Now they kind of know if they can take two tires or what's their left sides. But if I had to guess, their tires are definitely wearing out here on this track. Looks like the same order as they came in. Anthony Hall looks like he might have gained a couple spots. Other than that, pretty basic order there. Really going to see what Chris Weiniger at the back can do now. After that first incident, he has to be real careful though, as he doesn't have any fast repairs left. You want to bring up Travis George?
Absolutely, I can. Let's see. Travis George, our stage 1 winner, man. Congratulations on that. Talk to us about how you're feeling.
Feeling pretty good. Trying some strategy stuff I worked on with AIs, so we'll see how it works out. Tires looked pretty good, so that's working good. The tire saving like I worked on. Just gotta keep the consistency up now.
Yeah, man, you are putting a whooping on these guys between you and Romano, just kind of pulling away from the field. It doesn't seem like anybody has an answer. See if anybody can make any adjustments to hopefully run you down, man, because y'all are on the tear.
Yeah, it's been fun so far. I don't know if I had a little better long run game there than Chris, because it seemed like he fell off a bit towards the end, but it's a long race, so he can learn. We'll just have to try and stay consistent like I've been doing.
All right, man. We'll see. Lights are off on a pace car, so we'll let you get back, and good luck to you.
Thanks, guys.
He is back down there now. Maybe these guys can keep up with Travis George and Christopher Romano off of this restart this time. Because maybe they were just trying to figure out their track and their line.
Well, as you know, anything can happen here, especially on these type of tracks. So a weird caution come out, middle pittings, an incident can happen. Travis can get loose. We start getting this
Green, green, green.
topics too. Get back to it here. Travis George takes away. Daniel Everly follows him and gets a real good jump there. See if Chris Romano is going to be able to pass him back, or has Everly learned a few things here. But our top three is our top three playoffs, so it's kind of awesome to see.
Absolutely. I mean, Daniel Everly had a good move off that restart to put himself in the second position, as Romano's right on his tail. Both chasing down a stage 1 winner. Goes to look to the inside of Daniel Everly. Doesn't quite have the speed there. But he will dive it down below.
Yeah, he should be able to get that done down low.
Definitely tougher to keep the card under you up high, but I feel like you may get a little bit more of a run running that high side, but I think it's worse on your tires too. Oh, don't get into each other.
I don't know if that was intentional slam the door, or he just ripped it up by just trying to push a little bit too hard, but the inside does reign supreme there. Romano does get a pass done there. But it looks like these top 5 are getting a little closer, and Anthony Hall is definitely a competitor.
Absolutely. It feels like any car you put Anthony Hall in, he's pretty quick, especially on a road course.
Yeah, he's going to be one to watch out for next week as well.
As Romano's cutting down into that lead that Travis George has. Just over a 10th.
At least these guys are keeping it closer, because that's what kind of needs to happen. You really need to find something out in the first stage. You know, I think, I mean, at least for me, finding things out in the stage is key. It's just Mono going low here. Really trying to get a pass. Travis Jordan can fight it, or he might just let him go. Travis says he was saving his tires really well. Side by side. They're 2x2s. Bobby Grady's trying to pass him over.
Bobby Grady gets it done. Romano's still looking to the inside of Travis George. George going to stick him down to the bottom.
Looks like he's not going to get it done. There's just no Bobby. Kind of keep up to him. Bobby right there in that throttle. A little bit much. Not what you want to do here. I really like diving it down, angling it, but you really have to throw brake going in here so you can really get that good speed and run off. Kind of like Romano's doing a really good job. I like his line. You see his exit speed, he's really gaining on Travis on the exit speed.
Absolutely, and like you said, sometimes it takes a stage to figure out what you need to do to put yourself up in there in the lead.
Oh yeah, I can already tell you, he's got a great line. He's keeping it lower and he's getting on the throttle quicker than Travis George there. Definitely the third line there.
Bobby gets into the wall a little bit.
Opens the door for Everly, and here comes Anthony Hall as well.
Grady's still looking to the
Yeah.
inside of
Yeah.
Christopher Romano there.
I was about to say there, yeah, like this group of guys are staying. I don't know if Travis backed off a little bit, or it was like, man, I better start being concerned a little bit. It looks like Bobby, maybe he tapped the wall or something. 'Cause it looks like he lost all that position. And he's in jeopardy of getting passed by Everly here.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Oh,
Looks like Andre is backwards on the track. So let's find out what happened here. Like him and Danny Gross, it looks like. Just off the rewind, it looks like Andre may came up into Danny, but we never know here until we watch it.
I see him and the 88 is
Oh, that's
getting
an
into the
88.
wall. And James
Oh,
is
yeah. Yep. James Tate just smacked the walls. Andre's coming up. Kind of one of those racing deals.
Yep, and he gets it stopped to make sure.
Yeah, he probably doesn't have to use a fast repair on that. He can probably get some of that damage done if he wants to wait and get it done after stage, or he might just want to use a fast repair right now, get it out of the way, and go from there.
I'm curious to see if these guys are going to pit and take tires or just gas it and go.
Let's see here. they're all on 15 laps right now, and we have until lap 72. We're on lap 53, so they have to go. Yeah, that's everybody's going to go in, top off. Could be some play. For
Sure they could all
somebody to
make it to
maybe take
stage.
some tires. Oh well, now they could. Yeah, for sure. But apparently none of them could before.
Weiniger stays out.
Weiniger
And he was not
could
a
have
lap
been
down,
saving.
so
No, Weiniger could have been just practicing or saving from the get-go, because you know, they were getting about 29 laps. Yeah, it's 36 to the stage. A couple caution laps, probably at 34. Now he only has to save about 5, and this caution that come out might have really helped. So we'll see.
absolutely is. I mean, Forrest Martin's also going to be back on the lead lap too.
All right, there we go. Forrest Martin back on lead lap. But also now we do have Chris and Travis as teammates here.
Go look inside the cockpit of Chris Weiniger as he is saving.
Oh, of course. It's just good practice, Wilder is kind of in the Cup car we're driving, kind of been learning from him to just try to always remember to always save, because that's not something I would do, and I know it's something Wilder always got in the habit of. So I try to do that too, always save, because you never know when you're going to need that fuel.
Absolutely, and then I mean, even just clutching it or staying out of the gas and just letting it roll sometimes. I mean, a lap or two may make a difference in whether you win the race or you lose it. I've had that happen to me before also. So it can definitely make or break somebody's race, but I'm wondering if, let's see, we'll pit strategy back up. I mean, everybody's on 16 laps. I think they have just over 20 to go. As the pace car lights are off.
As we will go, I think on about lap 55 here.
Yeah, pace car dives down. Chris Weiniger leading this field off. See if he gets a solid jump or if they're going to time it.
Green, green, green.
No, they absolutely timed it. They absolutely timed it.
Of course. That worked out really well here. I mean, Chris has nothing to race for, really. He's not the best of the rest because he made the playoffs, so you just don't want to get him here.
Absolutely. As Bobby's in the third, and he's going to run to the outside of Chris Weiniger as Travis George gets back up into the lead.
That is also their other teammate.
Chris Romano dives down to gain his position back. Chris is holding down that inside line to make sure Romano can't pass. Good battle here for third between Bobby Garrity and Christopher Romano.
Chris gets you on the inside of Chris there.
Too many Chris's. Just like there's too many Sean's. Too many Sean's. Well, there is only one Helen, so. Absolutely, and I mean, these guys that are behind him too. Travis George has really run away, but second and back is really close. Anthony Hall's back up there. Everly, KT is back in the mix. Josh Rebel up at the 7th.
You know, now all these bonus points are really going to come into play. I mean, fastest lap, which Romano has right now, so that'll be some points. But leading most laps is huge. The 0X is huge. Leading a lap, pole. So, I mean, Travis George is in good shape. All these bonus points are really going to come into play when you only have 3 races. A 3-race shootout. So,
Absolutely, and I'm wondering if Chris Weiniger is just sitting back here to give these guys some dirty air so Travis George can run away with it. 'Cause there's almost a full second lead between Weiniger and Travis.
oh, most definitely.
They're on up 61 of 120 tonight.
Just 10 to go for stage 2 here.
And from Weiniger and back is just a straight line. Kale Deese is looking back further in the field. Kale Deese trying to make the pass on the 95. Randy Post right behind them waiting to make a move. So KT is getting into some trouble. 3 wide. Oh, this is a recipe for disaster back here. 4 wide across the line. As KT may have some damage. Gonna go back and see what happened to KT. It looks like Josh Rebel just got to the inside of him and shoved him into the wall. No caution was thrown. Manages to save it and not wreck anybody else. Good job on KT. But he does fall back into 22nd. Anthony Hall is making a late push as he's made his way up into 4th, looking to make a move on Christopher Romano for 3rd.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Go back and see what happened. When Bailey Walker is around. So I go back and look at it. Look at the 28 of Bailey Walker.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think I have my mic muted. You let everybody know that's not stage.
I will.
Yeah, it looks like Reno's pinching him down a little bit, and Bailey. I don't know if he knew that Reno was there or not, but he was just trying to run and keep his own line there.
Yep, as the
incident.
6 looks like he locks it up to miss it, and a few guys went into the grass.
Not too much damage for everybody.
So
People will
As we
partake
got-
in their pits. Now, this is a good time to flip a stage. So if your car at the back, and you know you're only gonna have to run just a couple laps, you really want to get tires right here and full tank of fuel and not pit on the stage and flip the stage and get out front. And that'll get guys like Travis George and a lot of these leaders to rotate towards the back. Other than anything can happen then.
Absolutely, like somebody like KT who was running up in the front. I mean, going to flip the stage and gonna come out somewhere around 15th or so will do him some good. Corey Moore still the second biggest mover on track, as Chris Weiniger is now up 17 positions as he qualified 19th.
Our biggest loser right now is KT and then James Tate.
With these guys in the back that may have gotten tires, definitely know they got some gas. I wonder if we'll have another caution before stage, because these guys are going to be pushing to make up positions.
But that will be staged though. So the next caution that comes out will be staged no matter what. So, and I don't see a lot of 14-second. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 8 guys that may have took tires. So some of them that pit in the back still just took fuel. So here we go. We're going to be on lap 69 here. When we go green, so it should
Nice.
be a 2 or 3. Nice. Should be a 2 or 3 lap shootout here with stage. But you know, Chris and Travis are going to get a good jump. I don't think Romano or Hall's going to be able to chase them down with the timing of the jump that they're probably going to get here.
One can only hope. And we still got all these fast guys up here. Anthony Hall, Everly, Bobby Grady. Kean Fry has made his way up into the top 10, along with Corey Moore and Kale Deese. And like you said, I'd be itching to time that jump just right. Because you know that first row, they're going to go at the same time. Pace car dives off here.
Green, green, green.
Pretty good jump. Romano was able to stay on.
Absolutely. Is there,
He's out of the
I
quarter
mean, he's,
panel there. Yeah, right next to Chris. I think we're going to swallow Chris up here.
absolutely. And Romano will probably get around him in this next corner. They're touching doors.
Everybody's really going in low there. Almost pushing it 3 wide.
Anthony Hall, see if he can stay out of the wall, and he does. Still 3 wide.
One to stage here. We got one to stage. Let's see where this is going to finish. See if Romano can get that pass done, or if Chris is really pushing. Outside, they were 3 wide there in 5th position. I think Romano is going to take second here.
Just barely.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Just barely got it.
Darn, iRacing didn't want me to throw it as quick as I wanted to there.
This is Travis George is your, again, stage winner again for stage 2.
Much needed points for him. Corey Moore up 15, Chris Weiniger up 16. Now the strategy really begins here.
Absolutely.
So now we're going to see who flipped the stage. So it looks like Rebels, looks like he pit. He took tires. So did Danny, Brad Dorr, Quinn McLean, maybe Andre and KT, but I think they were getting damage done, so I'm not sure if they took tires or not. But expect to see Rebel, Gross, and Dorr up front. Even if they come in for a splash, the other guys are going to have to get tires.
Absolutely. I'm curious to see if somebody just takes 2 tires
But I would
this
even come in
time.
for a splash if they already pit. As you see, Rebel's going to stay out along with Reno as well.
Danny Gross looks like, Brad Doer, Quinn McLean.
And Danny Gross and Brad Dorr. Definitely the... Yep, and here comes Quinn. Yep, definitely all the ones I named. I didn't name Reno, though, but Reno only had a 7-second pit stop. I think Reno may have only took 2. Oh, looks like Everly's going to beat out Travis George. Everly might have just taken rights only, because he really got out in front of Travis. And it was only about a 10-second pit stop there.
Gonna be pretty interesting. I mean, with these guys that are up in the front now, Josh Rebel, Reno Connor, Danny Gross, Brad Doer, Quinn McLean, wondering to see what the racing is going to be like now that Travis George doesn't have the clean air that he had in the beginning.
Yeah, that is going to be key. Yeah, this is going to be the first time Travis George is getting a race, and with having to pass people and get around people and in that dirty air, like you said. So it's going to be interesting to see how he navigates this.
Absolutely. And I mean, he's got Daniel Everly in front of him, who's also another one of the playoff guys. They're all right there beside each other, so I'm curious to see how they're going to race each other with these non-playoff drivers. I mean, I've been one to do it myself, where I'll use somebody else to block another playoff driver behind me. Curious to see if any of that will be going on.
Well, I hope so, because you know all bets are off. I want to say Reno might be a little off pace here, because I just don't think he took 4 like everybody else. And then I'm also curious on how Daniel Everly here in P7, with only taking, I believe, 2, with only taking rights, is going to hold up here.
Absolutely. As we're getting ready to go into 3 and 4, and the pace car lights are off, so we'll be going green this time.
Well, if we stay green, they're going to have to pit on right around lap 100 or so. Only one more pit stop. I know the fuel window is going to be about 90 to 100. So if they can make it to 92, everyone that pits after 92 should be able to make the rest of the race.
Absolutely.
Green
Is
flag, green flag.
Josh Revel gets a good jump, leading this pack off. Danny Gross to the inside of Reno Connor, going into turn 1. Dylan McLean slides up into the 60.
Yeah.
Travis George spins him.
All right, man. Caution is
Oh,
out.
gets into
Caution is
Christopher
out.
Romano as they
Oh,
come back down the track. Big one.
Travis George get out of that clean, I think.
Unfortunate for Christopher Romano, it doesn't look like he did, and he's got some damage on that truck.
Definitely not what those guys need there. Going to far chase, we will look at this.
Absolutely, I'm
That
going
was
back
up
and
front. That was on Quinn McLean, I believe it was. You're used to Dylan.
yeah, Quinn. Sorry, used to calling out Dylan. Big hit to Christopher Romano and Daniel Everly.
It looks like Quinn goes in. Oh, he's loose right there in mid corner. And then he just kind of overcorrects or catches it, and it goes a little bit to the right, and unfortunately gets a hold of Brad Dorr. Might have a little bit of right front fender damage for Travis George, and Chris is able to make it through as well.
One of these guys got quite a bit of airtime.
Oh, it looks like Bailey Walker there.
Thought we were gonna see a flip here at Nashville.
Let's watch James Edward, because James looks like he slows down very well, but I'm looking forward to seeing his cockpit view and how that looks for everybody at home. James Edward Jr. is back here minding his own business here at the back of the field. He sees them loose up there, really starts to see people get loose. He's getting her checked up. Ah, almost gets out of that totally clean. All in all, not bad for him. Way to avoid everything there, James. Most of everything, anyway.
Absolutely. I mean, and that was quite the caution too. Had a lot of people involved.
Yeah, it looks like Chris trying to do it manually. Did Chris have to get towed? No, he must not have.
Not.
Check
I don't
out his
think so.
car here. Yeah, definitely didn't use the fast repair. He may not have had a whole lot. It's pretty banged up there. I made this mistake at Nashville in season 2. I was close up front. I got in the wreck. I missed it. I was running top 5 and I couldn't even keep it. Every corner I was just spinning out. So we'll see how this damage holds up for him. See if he can keep it under him.
His car lights are off and it's going to dive down. So we go back green.
Besides that little bit of damage for Travis George, it really
Green,
helped him
green,
out. I
green.
mean, he gained about 3 or 4 positions there by able to miss everything.
Absolutely is. Danny Gross didn't get quite the jump that he wanted.
No, I seen Chris bump him. And it looks like that might have helped him there going into the corner.
Bobby Grady's on the back bumper of Thad Miller, pushing him through the corner as they go 3 wide with Kean Fry.
Be really careful here in Nashville, because if you're running side by side with someone and then you want to go in that corner really hard, this is a track that will wash you up really quick. If you really have to trail brake going into these corners.
Absolutely. And Travis George can really take it easy here, in all honesty. Because the next closest playoff driver is 19th,
Yeah, that's what I'm
and that's
seeing.
Daniel Everly.
Everly's 19th, Romano's 22nd. There goes Dick to the outside of Chris there.
Nick?
No, Dick the track there.
Oh.
Oh,
Chris gets a little loose.
I thought I heard that as we were just passing on the static view. I didn't know if Chris got loose or...
He gets into the back of Natraglia and goes to move up, and Bobby Grady's there and gives him a bump. Manages to save it, gets into the 54 just a little bit. Loses quite a few positions, but keeps the truck clean. going back to the front. Josh Revel and Danny Gross are battling it out for the lead. Travis George lurks behind them. And looking at lap times, Travis George is running a 30.6. And Revel and Gross are 30.8 and 30.9.
I think Reno's doing a swell job up there and hanging on to P4 with his, I believe, his tire difference there.
Agree. Although the Traglia does make quite the run on him. Slows it down to not run all over him. Bit of chatter going on the radio.
Oh yeah, do tell. We'd love to hear drama up here in the booth.
I think it may have been KT and James Edwards. He said, if I go any higher, they're going to give me a ticket. Just go ahead and pass me.
That sounds like a Georgia guy right there.
I think that's funny. I love a little friendly banter like that. Travis George is up in the second and hawking down on Josh Revel.
Just 32 to go here. I mean, they're almost in their pit window. Another 3 or 4 laps. Here we go. Travis George looking on the inside of Josh Revel. Chris Mono just has too much damage to even keep up with these guys.
Very unfortunate wreck for him, and
Yeah,
he had a
should have probably used a fast repair unless he accidentally already used one. But it does look like Everly is on his way to move. He is up to 14th right now, and they did get some decent stage points, so they can just get. Oh, it's Travis George trying to take the whole track there. Crossover here on Travis George.
gonna have the
Gonna get
inside.
a little bit of a door bang back.
Not gonna have the tire for it. Yeah, very unfortunate night for Christopher Romano, but like you said, Daniel Everly up into 13th now, making a forward charge.
Yeah, these guys are really going to need a caution, Romano, so he can get his back repair or more damage done at the very least. And Everly, just so he can tighten things up a little bit. Or they're going to have
Absolutely.
to go off strategy and take 2, take none. I don't really know what their options are at this point.
Absolutely. As Daniel Everly is going to go 3 wide. I'm still back here watching him with Randy Post and Corey Moore.
Yep, down on
Randy
the
look-
inside. Looks like he's going
and
to
he-
get that pass done.
Both of them be up into 10th. Although he's making all these positions, he's also using all the tire as well.
Here we go. We have Rebel. Go ahead and undercut it, pit early. We are in our pit window right now. So he went about as early as possible. Same with Bailey Walker, it looks like.
And Travis George has been running it on empty all night. If I'm Daniel Everly, I'm going to maybe try and do the math and pit 1 lap before he has to. See if he can gain some positions that way.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Do you want to go now undercut? Because it normally pays off if you undercut. But then if a caution comes out, you're going to have some of the oldest tires. So for Travis, with this lead, and he's doing great lap times, you probably just want to run this down all you can, take the tires, and if the late caution comes out, you can defend because you'll have some of the fresher tires out there.
Absolutely, and Daniel Everly is making a lot of ground up. He's up into 7th. Looking to try and catch Chris Weiniger for 6th.
Shout out to Forrest Martin. I mean, he is up into, I believe, 11th place right now, and he started this race 2 laps down. So, good job for him.
Yeah. And I know I'm talking about him a lot, but Daniel Everly's got the fastest car on track as of right now. A 31.2 to Travis George's 31.3.
He is moving. So you got Daniel Everly in 7th, Chris Weiner in 6th. He's probably going to make that pass soon. He and Pride doing a heck of a job there up in P5. They can drag a little 17 spots there. Bobby Grady. Solid race all day there. Danny Gross up 16 spots in the P2. And of course, Travis George way out front there. A 3-second lead.
Just on a Sunday cruise.
Looks like Bobby's trying to make a move on Danny Gross right now.
Gets it done. Daniel Everly's also looking to the inside of Chris Weiniger. They're going to be door to door on the back stretch. Chris is going to do everything he can to try and keep Daniel Everly from gaining any ground. We got quite a few guys pitting now. 22 laps to go. Still watching Daniel Everly and Chris Weiniger back here. They're still door to door.
I know what I would do is I would run Chris right up into that wall, though.
Yep. I was just thinking that.
I would get that inside, and I mean, you know.
Use as much track as I can without wrecking somebody.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
wrecking myself, rather.
Yeah, I mean, Chris is doing a great job of pinching him down, but at some point, if you're Everly, you're gonna have to fight back a little bit and take the middle if you want the middle.
Absolutely. I mean, we know you can't run that high side all night as Everly gets the pass done. He's going to diamond that corner the way he wants to now.
Danny Gross, killed these. It looks like Forrest Martin all coming out of pit road there for their final pit stop. We have hit 20 to go here. Or on a 28-lap stint for Travis George. A couple of those under caution, so he's going to have to come in with the next, I would say, 3 or 4 laps.
Absolutely.
Should see our leader come in. Back with that, we can pull up our pit strategy here. Looks like Everly can stay out a couple extra laps too. It looks like he's only has 23 on his. Same with Hall, only has 24. They must have hit with that previous caution. So should have an extra 3 or 4 laps.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's gonna give him a little bit of a lead. Not too much, but Travis George calls out. So does Bobby Grady. To jump into the pit, Chris Weiniger pitting. See if Daniel Everly goes in with him. I would. He doesn't. I would, though. I would have the shortest time on pit road.
Well,
Or at least
now for
close to the
Everly-
same.
Now for Everly, he needs to go a couple more laps. Maybe he'll have the freshest tires if a late caution comes out. Can really only be his only hope here.
Absolutely. And maybe he'll pit this time around. I would. With me, the way that I think, I would pit with the leaders. Have the at least shortest time as far as fueling up goes, but the leaders might be taking taking one set of tires on or one side rather, and I'll take all four.
I don't think
Randy
any of
Post
these
called
leaders
it
are
out.
going to chance it and take two right here. As Everly is he going to get a lap on Travis George? Yes, for right now, but it's not going to last because Travis George is on those fresh tires.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so now you're going to be losing time on these guys. So, like you said, you really have to start thinking about going in soon, so you're not losing all this time. You can just see on one straightaway how much better those four tires are versus yours.
And I wouldn't want to lose too many positions with having the oldest tires on track. We know that Travis George has a fresh set and a full tank of gas, so he's good to go for the rest of the race. Now you have to bank on a caution that might not happen.
We do have at least the top five. Yeah, the top five haven't pit yet. Top 8 have.
As Vadnais and McLean are going in. Anthony Hall are also going in.
Dad and Corey are in, so that's going to take care of about half of them. So now it's just Everly, Quinn, McLean, KT that haven't pit. Oh, there's Quinn right there pitting. KT's going to make her another lap around. Looks like so is Everly. Everly might be going in here.
Haven't heard him call out yet. But he is going to go in.
Yeah, he is going in there. I figured he took position there. Now Romano's going to probably get that damage done if he has his fast repair.
Absolutely.
Of course, if he does have his fast repair, he should have pit as soon as the pit window opened because he was losing a lot of time.
Absolutely. And in Everly's situation, I'd be a little worried because Travis George still has a 5-second lead on Josh Rebel. And
I think Everly's probably just trying to get in the top 5. Everly did just take his rights.
so Everly is out.
Yep, and Everly just took rights.
So I think a top 5 is definitely possible for him, but
I don't know.
with being
I don't know. He just took rights, so.
I think it's possible, but catching up to Travis George, I don't think it's going to happen.
No, definitely not.
Not with 11 laps to go and 11-second gap.
I'm not sure if Everly's going to be able to make really many positions up. He tried to stop the bleeding by taking 2. But still not going to be faster than 4. But he is probably a good 8-lap difference, so I think 2s are good to get a lead and try to hold people off. But I just don't think you're going to chase people down and pass them on just rights.
No, I mean you're gonna have a little bit more grip, but these guys that didn't take any or just took 4, I don't think he's gonna have enough time. I mean, he's making a little bit of ground up and cutting into the lead slightly, but it's not going to be enough. I mean, he's having a little bit of a rough time getting past the Traglia, which I know he took 4, so I think who we have now is kind of going to be the way that this race finishes unless we go under caution.
Yeah, it looks like Romano still is damaged, so it looks like he did get caught up in something before or did accidentally use his back repair earlier in the race.
And Travis George, he's just running away with it tonight. 8 laps to go here at Nashville, and 2 stage wins and a win is going to be fantastic for him with all the extra bonus points he's going to get as well. Pole leading the most laps.
Well, not to mention Everly just made his way into 8th. He might get 7th. Maybe 6th, but I don't think he's catching Chris with only 7 laps to go.
I don't think so either. Which sometimes your finish of the race can come down to pit strategy, as we've seen. Think he maybe pit a little bit earlier, could have been a little bit closer, but Daniel Everly's up into 6th. And then there's 6/10 of difference between him and Weinecker. I don't think he's going to get it done.
If he is able to get a top 5 out of that, then I would consider that a win with how the end of the race kind of went for him, being caught up in that with Romano. Really going to put Romano behind the 8 ball there. Everly will be good, and really going to hurt Noah Till for this tonight.
Yeah, it is, and unfortunate for him also did not have a provisional marked down, so
I'll have to ask, because as long as they message an admin before the green flag, then we will accept it. So I'll have to talk with the other admins and see if he messaged them or not. But even if he did, he's going to be 70 points down and 2 races to go. So if he didn't, it's really just going to do it for his hopes.
absolutely. I mean, Daniel Everly's made up a little bit of ground. Maybe I put a little bit too much doubt into him. He's up into 5th as he has got by Chris Weinecker.
It looks like Chris used that same strategy as well, looking at his pit stop time. It was only at the same time as it. So I think Chris as well only took 2 tires. So
Curious
Chris
to
is gonna
see
have his
maybe
hand
he
full
could
to
Danny
pull off
Gross.
Kean and the Traglia there. As he was getting passed on the outside to Nick and the inside to Kean there. They're 3 wide there. Nick's really good at passing on the outside. Kean's still working on Chris on the inside there. Battle for 6th, 7th, and 8th here. Look at Bobby Grady. What was his nickname?
Deuces.
There he
Deuces,
is.
baby. Is Daniel Everly looking to the inside of Danny Gross. Don't think he's going to have the time to, definitely not going to have the time to get Josh Rebel to gain a podium, which is still a good finish into the top 5 from where he started that last pit stop.
Oh yeah, still. But I mean, all in all, Travis George from start to finish has dominated this race.
Absolutely. I mean, this was his race to lose, really. I mean, class of the field. I think he's gonna maybe end up having a perfect race tonight. Led the most laps, got pole, gonna get the win.
Well, he didn't get fastest lap. That's still Chris Romano.
Not-
lap.
Oh, okay. Well, not an absolute perfect race, but
But close enough. Almost as
let's
perfect
see.
as you can get with Travis George winning here. Congratulations here at Nashville Superspeedway, getting the win, the first in the championship 4 in the first race of 3. I believe.
Daniel Everly did get a top 3 tonight.
Well, how did he
And
pull
Mr.
that one off?
It's a great question. I'm gonna rewind back here and look and see if maybe Josh had an incident or something. Let's see. As we're going to the last lap here, Josh goes high, gets a little loose. Everly just ran that middle line and barely got him.
And just chased him down, huh? Wow. Great finish for him. Travis didn't do too much of a burnout there.
Not really.
He says, I've been here, done it before. I believe that's his 3rd win of the season. I want to say, so he might not be eligible for trucks again, so he better just go out there and win this thing.
That's what I'd be hoping for. I guess is nobody's in the waiting room if you want to go over the
Oh, did you
the
holler
results
at
there.
him? Yeah, you gotta.
Not yet. Let me yell at
Sometimes you
them real
gotta
quick.
remind these guys. I will go with the results here. Travis George there in P1, Bobby Grady in 2nd, Daniel Everly in 2nd, Josh Revel in 4th, Danny Gross in 5th, Nick DeTraglia in 6th, Kean Pry in 7th, Chris Weininger in 8th, Keldy's in 9th, Randy Post in 10th, Anthony Hall in 11th, Brad Dorr in 12th, Gregory Vadnais in 13th, Corey Moore in 14th, James Tate in 15th, Forrest Martin 16th, Thad Miller. Hey, I haven't seen Thad's dad tonight. And Reno Connor in 18th.
Well, we've got a few guys ready if you are.
Well, yeah, go ahead and bring up Daniel Everly there. We'll pull Travis George in here and we get
Mr.
ready.
Everly, 3rd place finisher tonight, man. Yeah, what a comeback for you, man. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, not gonna lie. It sucked being back in traffic, but boy, it was fun throwing a 3 wide. Again and again and again.
You were fun to watch. And,
That's good.
and to be quite honest with you, I was starting to doubt a little bit.
Whoa!
Hold on. Just a little bit of based off of the pit strategy. I mean, we know
Yeah.
Travis George took all 4, and we watched you take 2, which was
Mhm.
quite what I thought was going to be a questionable call. But you made it work tonight. Well, what were the tires feeling like for you, and how did you get up there?
Oh, I was actually feeling pretty good on tire where I wasn't really like, it didn't feel as bad as I thought I was. What I did in stage 2 there was when I pit under green, I took lefts and like topped off. So when I came in at the end of stage 2, I only had to take rights, and my lefts were at like 95, which is nothing. Uh, I was hoping that there would, there would either be an odd number of cars, like an even number of cars ahead of me, so I could start on the inside, or a bunch of people that stayed out, and neither of that happened. And then that wreck happened, so I had to go in and change my lefts and get it repaired, and then fly through the field. It was pretty fun, when 2 tires like that, especially those last dozen laps.
Yeah, I thought it was a ton of fun to watch, and I mean, again, a 3rd place finish is great for your playoff points, and I think you had 2 good stage finishes. Sean, you got any questions for him at all?
I mean, All in all, I think it was a good race for you. Uh, Congratulations on coming back from getting involved in that wreck kind of more than halfway through the race, probably about three-quarters of the race done. So, all in all, good job to keep it close to Travis and give yourself a chance going into next week, which is Lime Rock. And how do you feel about that?
It's gonna be one of the races of all time. I'm definitely gonna have to put in some work. But I mean, when we raced there last season, it was my first road course, and I was able to get 11th, and I felt pretty good about that. And I've been trying to turn right more often, which I know blast me for NASCAR. Uh, so hopefully I can put something together there and have a decent finish. I doubt I'll get a top three, but shooting for a top five. Hopefully continue that streak, or at least just stay out of trouble and not spin the truck a few times like it did last season there.
Well, to win a championship here, I think in most leagues, but especially here in HVRL, like I said, you have to get familiar with all aspects of the NASCAR circuits, whether it's road
Yeah.
and shorts and super speedway and intermediates, because we'll have everything, and we're always going to have a little bit of everything in the playoffs too. So you don't have to be a ringer at a road course, but if you can get top 10, get you some stage points, at least you can keep it in striking distance going into Phoenix in week
Yeah, I'm
20.
definitely gonna have to put some time in and really work on Lime Rock here if we gotta put something together for you guys.
Awesome, man.
Well, I hope you make it exciting.
Oh, I probably will, hopefully in a good way, like tonight. But
Well, again,
we'll have
man.
to wait and see, I guess.
Yeah, man. Congratulations on your top three. And before we let you go, anybody you want to shout out?
Uh, just you guys for running this league every week, week in, week out, doing this for free, letting us all participate. And of course the people that tune in every week, even if it's just a random viewer or someone that personally, really really makes it kind of feel more, I don't know, enticing, extra. I don't know what the quite
Makes you
word
feel
is, but
professional.
yeah. That's kind of what I was looking for. When you have other people watching you, it's more than just the people you race with. It's outsiders tuning in. Must be doing something right if they keep watching every week.
Absolutely. Well, man, congratulations on your top three, and we hope to speak to you again at Lime Rock.
All right, that's the plan, boys. Thanks again.
I hope he does well at Lime Rock. If you're ready, Sean, I'll pull up Mr. Deuce himself,
Get them.
Bobby Grady, our second place finisher tonight. Man, had a great race tonight. I'd like to say. How are you feeling about it?
It's been a while, and I've kind of got down on myself and was just having lots of things happen this year, and so it's good to have a good run. It's good to be able to be in the top three, and I'll take a deuce any day, you know that. But it definitely felt good, and it's been a long time coming.
What?
Yeah, I think
Another dues?
Man, that's probably at least 7 or 8. I don't know. I mean, I keep getting close, and I guess you just got to put yourself, and eventually it'll come. But um, I'd rather take a deuce than a wreck or a DNF or something like that. I mean,
100%.
uh, congratulations to my teammate Travis, and the whole team had a real good night, and it was a good night for trucks. I mean, we didn't have too many yellows, and everybody ran pretty clean, and yeah, it was a good run.
absolutely. I think it was a ton of fun to watch, and then we kept you guys kept it mostly clean tonight, and that one big wreck. Did you get involved in it at all, or?
No, I'd luckily got past it. It was right in front of me. I just somehow missed it, and that's one thing all year. I've been finding those, so it was good to miss one
Well, I've always said it's better to be lucky than good any day. So,
for sure.
I, I mean, well, with Lime Rock coming up next week, how are you feeling about it?
Lime Rock actually I'm pretty decent at. I know there's a lot of guys in here that are really good at road, but I feel pretty good on that track. And last time I was doing really well until just something happened. But yeah, I like that track.
All right, Sean, you got any questions for him?
Nope, I'm good.
It seems like he doesn't want to talk to you about it, which is okay.
That's all
Any
right.
chance
Yeah.
I can call out any of the other admin, I'm going to. But
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
again, congratulations on your second place finish tonight, man. And
Yeah.
we
No,
hope
I
to see
appreciate
you
it. And
again.
of course, I always want to thank Mama for letting me do this silly thing, but that we do on here. And I guess we could do being a lot worse things. So yeah, I appreciate what you guys do, and thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's a blast watching you week in and week out.
All right. Have a good night.
Thanks, Deuce.
See ya.
Deuce. And then last, but very much not least, Travis George, our first place finisher tonight. You swept the race tonight. You made it look easy. Talk to us about it.
It feels pretty damn good. I put a lot of effort into practicing this week. Every night I pretty much did an AI race and tried to do at least the 2 stages before I got too tired and had to shut it down. So that was I think the biggest strategy that helped me was the 2-tire strategy. I only took 4 tires once in the race.
Wow. Way better than what I more than likely would have done. And Sean, what are you thinking? I think it was a really good race for him. Anything you want to call out or questions for him?
Well, no, I mean, it was all in all, I mean, pretty much a perfect race for him, though, especially points wise. You know, Noah not able to make the race, Romano getting in that accident, finishing 21st, and then, you know, him winning the race. I mean, that's only going to set him up, you know, for this championship. I know he's probably feeling okay about Lime Rock, and, you know, it just goes to show what practice and even what that AI practice will do. Because I know Travis does put a lot of practice into it, and I think it's showing here.
Yeah, well, those
Absolutely.
AIs, I feel you can make them like I try to make them harder, and then at the same time, I always try to make the track warmer than what I think it'll be, because I would rather have more grip on the track we're running than less grip when I've been used to more grip.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like tonight was a little bit cooler than what I was running, but first stage I only took 2 tires, second stage I took 4, and the third stage again, like our third pit stop when we had to for the end, it was 2 again. I got
Maybe I
real
need to
lucky
start doing
though,
that.
because I guess I accidentally clicked 1 tick lower on the fuel, and I only took 5 gallons instead of the 6.7, and that's why I didn't do burnout. I was out of gas.
Oh.
So I got very lucky. Let's just say I was praying for no caution because that would have ruined my race.
Oh my God, that would have. Woo. So close.
Yeah. So I got very lucky. I just had a horseshoe helping me out there.
Well, what about Lime Rock next week? How you feel about that?
I gotta get doing some more laps on it. I'm not gonna lie. I did some earlier. I felt decent about it. I think you just gotta stay real patient on the throttle there and try and stay smooth because it is a pretty flat track and there's some kind of off little bit of banking in a little of the corners. And I find coming back to the flat if you're not careful, and especially that big old hump in the back.
Well, not just patience on running the track yourself, but the track is so short. You're going to be 10 laps in, you're going to probably start lapping some people. So I think it's just going to be lappers. And I just think there's going to be traffic all the way around the track.
Yeah, I think that one's going to be a really intense race. That's why I was pretty stoked that I could be able to pull off the W tonight.
Well, just like we talked about in the pre-race interview, you know, how important it is to start, and you felt like this was very important to get this under your belt, and here you are with it. We should have a decent little lead, and it should propel you.
Yeah, I think I was the only thing that I didn't get tonight was the fastest lap, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And a 0x, unfortunately, but hey.
Oh, because you had that little incident with...
Yeah, when the 23
big
kind of
wreck
got into
happened.
the 60 and got
Yeah.
loose there, I was out of the throttle, like trying not to get into him, but I think he just lost so much momentum after getting loose and kind of like bouncing off the 60. And I felt bad because I could see in the mirror, got Everly and Romano, and I was like, man, like we were having some good runs.
Oh, yeah, it's always great racing.
The racer in me is like, yes, but the conscience in the person is like, man, like everyone knows how that is.
Well, also, that was that your third win of the season as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, that would have been my third. So we're just trying for that championship now.
Well, no holding back now. Now you got to
Pretty
go
much,
for
yeah.
it. So, all right. Well, congratulations on your win and your points lead in the championship 4, and on your way to the season 4 champion.
Yeah, thanks for all the time you guys put in and everything with the leagues, and thanks to my wife and little man for holding in there while I'm in here doing this. The team and everything, they helped me out a bit tonight. We had some good team communication, so I want to thank them too.
Yes, sir. As always, appreciate you. And again, just congratulations on your win, man. I know you wanted that one, and you dominated out there. So great job.
Yeah, thanks. Feels pretty good because I've let a couple good ones that I think I should have had get away from me this year. So
All right, man. Well, good luck to you, and I guess we'll see you out here next week at Lime Rock.
yeah, for sure. Take it easy, guys.
All right,
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well,
Quite a race.
overall, a pretty good race. How do you feel about it overall, Mr. Jace?
I think it was good. These guys race each other really clean, and I know between broadcasting the Xfinity race, racing in Cup, and racing in ARCA, and watching these guys every week, the trucks and these Xfinity guys. I mean, some of them race in both, but they all do really well racing each other and giving each other space and making it fun for us to watch. So overall, I think a good race. I think one actual big wreck at Nashville is pretty solid with as many trucks as we had tonight. So all in all, it was pretty good.
It was a great race. I enjoy these truck races all the times. I do appreciate you jumping in here and helping out when Bryce is away. And I guess we'll see you tomorrow. Are you going to race tomorrow? Bristol in the Cup cars.
I think I'm going to miss that race. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to try and get as much practice for Martinsville this week in the ARCA car to try and close up that points lead that Drew Holleran has on me.
Well, that's fair enough. Well, then I guess the next time we'll see you, besides the broadcast, watching Tuesday, watching you try to chase Drew down, will be on the broadcast for Xfinity when we're at Dover. So I guess we'll see you then.
Absolutely, and you'll get some screen time this time, I promise.
Oh, you gotta do know that. I'll do it myself at Dover. You don't worry. All right. We appreciate all you guys tuning in. Thank you.